Good people, what's going on? It's another week. Back in the building with your Monarchs of Wrestling. Interesting week, y'all. Last week we had about 30 pay-per-views / PLEs. We did have a significant one, in my opinion, this week. One of the big ones for TNA Slamiversary. We didn't get a chance to preview it as much because, hey, we had to review 35 billion trillion different other ones. But we're gonna get into that. We're gonna make it happen. And we're gonna move focusedly. But before we get into that, what's going on? It's your boy Cool McCain. I'm joined as always by the other half of the Monarchery. My boy the Playmaker. Playmaker, what up today, sir?
Went from a weekend full of premium events, and then all of a sudden I got another one to deal with. I'm about sick and tired of all these dark premium events now. I need a break.
I have to say one thing before we get into it today. I said this 6 months ago, 3 months ago as well. Now I'm starting to hear rumblings from other people in the internet wrestling community as well as on Facebook. When AEW and TNA were doing that thing, everybody was talking about how AEW is taking all the talent from TNA. WWE is doing worse. They are about to strip those dudes like completely down. They about to take Mike Santana, Joe Hendry. They already took Jordan Grace. They about to take a lot of the roster for real. And people want to say, oh, this benefits TNA. How? Like, if you seriously look at it, how does this benefit TNA? What, they get a few more eyes? They get to bring a few people in that used to be part of the company and throw them to the side as like, oh, these people are back for a one-off like AJ Styles this past weekend. But they're not getting, to me, they're not getting a big return. But we did have some interesting things happen, so we'll talk about some of those. I just want to throw it out there to thank you people for finally seeing what's really going on. WWE, and I did that on purpose, is treating TNA like a indie promotion to get people and bring them to NXT and then possibly promote them to their main roster. Back to WrestleMania. They took their then TNA champion and had him lose very swiftly. That's not how you build people up. It's not how you build a promotion up. It's not even about the win or lose. You just don't build people up by doing that. And that's real talk. But I'm going to get off my soapbox. Shout out to Real Wise Radio. So I got a few more things that I have some personal feelings on as we progress throughout the show. You will hear those things, of course. Because, one thing about me, I'm no longer going to hold my tongue, say what I got to say. And it is what it is. You might agree with it. You might not. It's all good either way. You ain't got to agree with me.
I never do.
I ain't talking about you. Ain't nobody worried about if you agree. Nobody do no sleep called Playmaker don't agree with me. Please.
You probably do. You never know.
Oh, I definitely don't. Sleep like a baby. Just got through being suckled.
Oh, Lord.
Trust and believe. But time for some TNA talk.
You keep all that to
yourself. But before that, we got to slide into the NXTNA.
No, we don't. No, we don't.
Yes, we do.
No, we don't.
Okay.
What part of NXT do we need to slide into?
You tell me.
I mean, what we had? What, Jason Zane talking about what's coming up on Summerverse, which you gonna talk about anyway? The tag team match, they're featuring the three main eventers for Summerversary.
Hey, it's a part of the show. You can talk about it. Yes.
I mean, okay, but okay. Yeah. Tony D'Angelo got the dub in the triple threat match. But does that really signify anything, though? I'm sorry if I'm being so nonchalant with it. But does Tony
I
D win? Does
definitely
anything?
feel some nonchalantness. I would definitely say I feel a little nonchalantness.
Just saying. Does Tony D win and do anything for us? Heck, the family already broken up. So what's the? I mean, what are we doing? Like, do I really want to? Like,
You're
okay.
not lying.
Common Petra and Kalia Armstrong, they had a mess, but Jordan Grayson wearing that because she's so peed off about Blake Monroe, who did a video package. Well, that's what I say, a video promo. And like, what was there from NXT that's to talk about? If anything, NXT made sure they try to get people to come over to TNA to watch Slammiversary. That's what Tuesday show is mainly about. I will get them that they did promote Slammiversary like it was one of their own shows. So I mean, it's dive right into Slammiversary. Nothing of importance happened on TNA. I mean, on NXT. I mean, nothing
Technically,
important
it
happened.
is. I mean, I'm just saying, technically, it is one of them. That's why I call it NXTNA. Slammiversary had a record attendance crowd. I'll start there.
That is a plus.
The crowd was 7,326 people. Keep in mind, TNA doesn't operate out of the huge arenas like AEW, WWE do. So that's 7,326. You know, you laugh at that if you use the NXT, AEW numbers, WWE numbers, but that was big for them. That's the most people they've ever had in the show in North America in the 23-year history. So shout out to NXT as well as all the commercials and everything about the show because those help clearly because we got to and kind of being know that y'all know that. You know what I'm saying? Like we know that. So we're gonna dig into the card here. So there were a couple of interesting things in the pre-show involving championships. So I do like to at least talk about when they quote unquote have championships somewhere on the main roster or on the main show, even if it's the pre-show. So versus the Iconics, I believe they're calling themselves in TNA.
They ain't called themselves the Iconics.
No, excuse me, they're the Inspiration in TNA. They're Iconics in the other place. They lost, so the still the the Knockouts tag team champions.
You're about to confuse the people.
So it's basically this little gimmick where Cody Deaner dresses up. It's kind of like a weak knockoff of Chad Gable and his little thing that he's doing without them really using the Cody Deaner, just the hometown man guy. But he's basically from every hometown that they go to. So that's their little thing that they're doing. He be Eric Young. Just mention that because it's sandwiched between something I thought was a little interesting. So in the pre-show, we had I ain't about to confuse nobody to watch TNA. If you don't, you're confused anyway. You don't know who none of these people are. But if you do, you ain't confused.
Took you a minute to catch up.
We had Enzo at Real One, former Enzo Amore.
Oh, Technical difficulties from the host of the Monarchs, huh? Why is this not surprising whatsoever? But I tell you. Well. Let me see where he left off at. I have a lot going on, so.
One Zilla 2.
You know, you was
this was
going
the
for
part of Top Rope. He's a champion in multiples of the indie promotions. I believe this is Team Top Rope. It's also the Hall champion, so it's a couple of them. And then he's a champion of Booker T's little promotion. I say little promotion being funny because that's how people do, but Booker T's promotion. He's a
and Booker T said he's done with it. Booker T said he's done getting in the ring. I hope y'all know that.
On the main card, Cedric Alexander lost to Mustafa Ali. But here's the one that to me doesn't make any sense and it gets my crow at the same time. You had Matt Cardona team with the system. Matt Cardona's basically been, at least somewhat of a good guy, right? At least an in-betweener. He was just beefing with them the other day. Now he's teaming with them to fight Dark State. That's just kind of like, what are y'all doing? That's kind of what I would call Tony Khan booking. But that's not even my beef. They beat Dark State. What is the purpose of bringing in Dark State if they going to be nothing? If they ain't going to be nothing but I don't even forget the other little garbage group that Vince put together for no reason.
Whoa.
If you're not going to do anything with them,
hold on. Time out. Did you put the words loss and Dark State in the same sentence? Did I hear you correctly? Did you put loss and Dark State in the same sentence?
Did I put who?
You're telling me?
Yes.
Dark State has become synonymous with the word loss.
Right.
I didn't know that can happen.
There might as well be Mason T-Bar in them.
Because Dark State was winning every match they was in.
You're not going to do anything with them.
They finally lost a match. I didn't
like you put together a good young group. They need to win. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't know that was possible.
That's what I'm saying. So they always lose. So at this point, no one cares about Dark State and NXT. You did that. Congratulations. You suck. All right. Indy Hartwell then defeated Tessa Blanchard. Tessa Blanchard snapped after the match.
She snapped all right.
She went after Hartwell. Gia Miller tried to step in because she was interviewing Hartwell in the rip too. Then she pushed Santino, and then she got kicked out of the building. So, in what some would consider a shocker, but me and Mr. Playmaker do not, JC Jane defeated Masha Slamovitz. If you were on the edge or the ledge or not sure, the moment that Masha Slamovitz said she wanted to win the match by herself, we already knew she was going to lose.
Or if you just pay attention to the show.
Masha got hit with a...
We told you last week who was going to win that match.
You can't pay attention to the show, but I'm saying if... Yeah, but people don't always listen to us, sir. And even though we supposedly don't agree, we agree on that. But X Division Championship, Leon Slater shockingly defeated Moose. Moose done beat everybody. Leon Slater, the young guy, on come up. It was good to have that belt go back to I like Moose, but I don't think he was a good representative of X Division. Not because of anything that Moose does, but I think he's more of a TNA heavyweight championship guy. I would much rather see him in that picture than in the X Division. I mean, anybody can be X Division because it's all about, for those of you who may not have watched TNA back in the day, but that's where your guys who were more innovative wrestle. They could be big, they could be small. They normally were smaller guys, but you could be a bigger guy too if you had the right moveset. Like, for instance, Samoa Joe was a former X Division champion, as well as AJ Styles. So it kind of ran the gamut of people. It was more about the style of wrestling that you did than your size. But normally guys that were agile and athletic, and some that may have been very agile but still had a little bit of size on them. So I'm happy Moose is kind of out of that and let those guys have that. And hopefully we can get him back to the where he needs to be. And that would be World Heavyweight Championship picture. All right. After the match, Slater's champion is celebrating. And we hear something we hadn't heard in a while in TNA. And for those of you who've been around for a while, you'll remember when I say this. You heard, let's get ready to fly. Right? Old school AJ Styles music. AJ Styles comes out, cuts a promo, Leon Slater. Congratulates him for winning until he earned it. He says Leon Slater's performance reminds AJ Styles of why he does this. Says he showed that it was all about weight limits. It's not about weight limits. It's about no limits. Slater is one of, if not the youngest person to win the championship. I have to double check that, and he's making history, but doing so, so kind of putting over Leon Slater. So basically, what AJ Styles is saying is, when your contract is over with TNA, NXT's got one ready for you, buddy.
Okay.
Oh man, gotta take shots, man. They're doing it though, but it's not my fault. I'm like a Gene Snitsky. It's not my fault. They're making it easy for me, man. Like, they are really making it easy. But digression. Try to do a little bit better about digression at some points. So we've got a World Tag Team Championship match. We had the Nimitz against the Hardys, the Rascals, and First Class. So one of the Rascals is hurt, so he had a replacement. So that already takes the Rascals out. First Class never wins anything. And I'm not saying if they're good or not. I'm not trying to go into that. I'm just saying they never win anything.
We did get to see the world's largest moonsault.
We did. This is true. We did. And as I feared, the Hardys won the tag team championships.
It's in the element. It was in the element.
It was a ladder match, as I feared. They won. I don't have a problem with the Hardys specifically, but it's kind of like what Pot said. And this is the wrestling version. All you old rappers find the advance. It's all over. You're looking like Larry Holmes, flabby and sick. All that. Like, the Hardys are getting old, and it doesn't benefit TNA for them to be the tag team champions.
Keep right? Maybe you building up to the next point of the next thing that happened next. Keep
yeah. Oh, I'm purposely doing that. It doesn't benefit to have these old teams always come around and take the shine out the young guys. How are you going to ever promote guys, get teams in the public, get people behind teams if they're not involved in matches? So Jeff Hardy, of course, was the one to climb up and grab the gold, because Matt Hardy, I don't even think climbed the ladder no more. But Jeff Hardy climbed up and got the gold. They won. They were celebrating. As they were celebrating, Playmaker, would you like to tell them what happened? Tell people what happened?
So, there's supposed to have been a guy who's supposed to be doing podcasting. But all of a sudden, he found himself in TNA. Bubba Ray Dudley. Wait, Douglas in TNA. What? I don't even think they call him Bully Ray. I think they call him Bubba. And he grabs the mic. And the synopsis of the promo. Let's have one final match. Bound for glory. Team 3D. Team Extreme. One last time. And that's why I told him to keep building it up, because I knew that part was coming next.
So not only do we get the Hardys as champions, now we're going to get a match between the Hardys and the tag team they wrestled in Lord knows how long. And honestly, this match can only happen because of that partnership. If you really think about it. Because Devon wouldn't be able to have this match if it wasn't for that partnership. And the Bully, he'd do whatever he do. Bubba, Bully, whatever you want to call her. It's not a lot to say, man. It's not really a lot. 10 years ago, maybe this is a good match. 5 years ago, it's a passable match. I don't think it's either one now. I don't think it's either one. Maybe I'm wrong, right? Maybe I'm wrong.
We give Goldberg a retirement match. Now everybody wants a one-to-one match.
Facts.
That probably reason why Booker T came out. That probably reason why Booker T came out and said, "No, I'm done." That might be why Booker T came out and said that.
I mean, I want people to I don't mind. Sometimes it's nice to see people that you used to cheer for still doing stuff. That's cool or whatever. But these cats got to stop. The time is up. Time is now.
Yeah, and speaking of time is now, and then TNA, you had one job. You had one job.
And they did it.
What a shame. Not only did you lose your World Heavyweight Women's Champion, but the main championship is still tricking it. Because it still
whoop
sticks
that trick. Whoop that trick. Whoop that trick.
So both of your main titles are held by NXT superstars.
I mean, I felt like JC Jane was going to win because she had the match. Not saying that she should have won, but I'm saying because she had, what was the other reason doing the match? Because WWE wasn't about to let no TNA star be their champion. You know what I'm saying?
Why not? Might as well.
WWE sees them as a brand under NXT.
Don't get started with WWE right now because I already know you got.
So they're not going to. So they're not going to let them be their champs. It'll take a while before that happens. It might happen to surprise us at one point, but it'll be a minute. But the show itself,
maybe the person that beat Obafemi might be a TNA star since nobody on NXT can beat him.
Who's gonna beat Obafemi in TNA? Look at TNA's roster and tell me who's gonna beat Obafemi.
Moose get his rematch.
Okay, outside of Moose, who we don't even know.
That's it.
Right. So I mean, it's not like there's a high probability of people.
Unless they work something out with Joe Hendry, that might be it. But you've been saying Joe Hendry's on his way to WWE anyway, so
Yeah, he gonna be in TNA. I mean, in NXT anyway. So his contract over. So,
but they're the only two people that's realistically in TNA currently that can be probably get over.
That's what I'm saying. There's not even a lot of people. It's gonna have to be somebody that's part of a group to beat Joe Hendry. I mean, to beat not Joe Hendry, but to beat Obafemi. You ain't coming out there and beat Obafemi 1-on-1. We're not doing that. There's gonna have to be some shenanigans, some tomfoolery that happens in that match when he loses. I mean, he's gonna lose. I'm just saying it's gonna have to be some tomfoolery and shenanigans in the same said match. So that's
and that is
the pay-per-view overall was a good pay-per-view though. I think those are still called pay-per-view. Yeah. Slammiversary was actually it was good action. For the most part, it made sense. A couple things I didn't like personally, but you put the belts on the hardest so that they can face Team 3D, so you can have a double retirement match, what it really should be. But there's that. The JC Jane match for the Knockouts Championship with Masha Slamovich was going to be there, so people could Indy Hartwell climbing the women's division. Somebody gonna have to take the belt off of JC Jane. So maybe Indy will be the one to step up in the future and take the belt off JC Jane. I mean, obviously it won't be both belts, but maybe she can get the TNA championship back, the Knockouts championship back for the women.
And by the way, JC Jane, just because you're a double champion,
Matt Cardona and the system
still don't do nothing for me.
Weird. I think it was only shows not quite the AEW length, but they didn't need I thought that they did a really good job with the pay-per-view. Like I said, I don't agree with some of the decisions, but I ain't got to agree with everything to acknowledge that it was a good show. So kudos to them for doing a great job and setting that up to be a good show overall. That doesn't always happen with TV.
No, it doesn't.
So yeah, there's that. But it did happen this time. And let's see. Now I'm going to go ahead and get into the next thing here before our commercial break, which will be quick, but we will have a commercial break. We're going to get into our legendary wrestler of the week. We weren't able to do it the past couple of weeks because so many things were happening, but definitely want to get back to that. And this one is one that's dear to one Mr. Playmaker. So, legendary wrestler of the week.
They weren't dear to me.
The Fabulous Moolah.
I just happened to do some research, and I was like, you know what?
Okay, there you go.
I think this should work. If those of you out there, and cool, correct me if I'm wrong on this. If you want to know the starting point of women's wrestling, this is where you start it. Right here. The Fabulous Moolah. Am I wrong? She was born in 1923. She had a long, lengthy career. I'm talking about close to 5 decades career. We're talking NWA in the late 1940s through the 1980s. This is what she's mainly known for, if you know your wrestling history. The longest, and I do mean longest champion in professional wrestling. Bar none. Okay. We talking about this woman won the title. Let me sure. She won the title. What year did she win the title? Her first title was in 1956, and she held that title for 28 years. So back in 1956, she won the battle war for that title. It was the vacant women's title, and she held it for 28 years. That would not be accomplished ever again. To hold a title for 28 years. She was the first woman to wrestle in Madison Square Garden as her and then WWF promoter Vincent J. McMahon, Vincent Kitty McMahon's father, able to pull that off. You everything good over there?
Yes, sir.
All right. For
Keep
you to
going.
catch up. I was saying if you want to know what the start of women wrestling is, you start with her first. That is the person
I heard that.
you start out. And I talked about when she won the title in a battle war, she held it for 28 years. She did not lose that. She did not lose that belt for 28 years.
That is
First
correct.
woman to wrestle in the famous Madison Square Garden. By the way, going down to 1984, she lost it. The ring of a 20 ring career loss was in Madison Square Garden to Wendy Richard.
Richter.
So when she lost the title, she chose to become a manager. You know, she managed a couple of stars, one of which is Lilani Kai, who actually beat Wendy for the title. And then Rennie beat her back, and then Moolah came back to the ring to beat her. This is when Moolah was named the Spider Lady. And that was at WrestleMania in 1985. And I do believe that was the first ever WrestleMania, correct?
If my memory serves me correct, yeah.
That was the first WrestleMania. She will become queen of WWF, as she was often accompanied by the King, Harley Race. If those of you who know your wrestling history, y'all know who Harley Race is. And probably one of Cool McCain's favorite managers at the time, too, Bobby the Brain Heenan.
Bobby the Brain.
She will lose that title to the aforementioned, who we also did the legendary Wrestler of the Week with, to sensational Sherry Martel.
Just a sexy boys manager.
The Fabulous Moolah was involved in the first ever Survivor Series match for the ladies. And matter of fact, her team won that match over Sensational Sherry's team. And then in 1995, she became the first woman inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame. And she was inducted by none other than Alundra Blaze. And then if Cool want to pick it up here is when she returned back to the wrestling industry to what most people known as the Attitude Era.
I'll let you keep that too, sir. All you, big dog. All you.
Oh, me.
All you.
If you know anything about Attitude Era, it was quite crazy. Not the matches.
Very crazy.
The backstage segments were very chaotic.
Pushed the envelope quite a bit.
Between her and Mae Young, and especially Mae Young, who we probably gonna get to at some point down the line. Yeah. Very crazy things. But she did end up winning another title. She beat the one and only Ivory to win the title.
That was a lateral move.
You can say that. The oldest person to ever win a goddamn title in wrestling history. Well, she ain't hold it for long, you know. It was a feel good moment, and then she'll end up dropping it. I think she dropped it back to Ivory, if I remember correctly.
Another lateral move.
And she wasn't done winning. For her 80th birthday, she beat Victoria in a match. Yeah. Back then, 80-year-olds was beating younger ladies in matches. So, and then 2007, at the age of 84, she passed away. So, her birthday is tomorrow. Would have been tomorrow. And that's what made me say, you know what? We might as well do her. Birthday's tomorrow. And we're doing legendary wrestlers. Would not it be the starting point of women's wrestling, the Fabulous Moolah?
There you have it, good people. A little bit of a history of pro wrestling. Got a couple of comments here. So, the big homie, Wise El Jefe himself, says, hello, my brothers. Wise, what's going on, man? We need to get you up here one day, too.
Especially if we're going to do these legendary wrestlers.
Mm-hmm. Damien is in the building. He clearly showed up a little late. He says, question, is it me or is this TNA and WWE partnership, in quotations, benefiting WWE more than TNA? In my opinion, I see WWE getting more W's in matches, especially title matches than TNA, and stealing the talent. I'm going to add, and yes, we did talk about that at the beginning of the show, Damien. We are actually on the same page, which is an interesting place to be with Damien. So, y'all, we're going to hit a couple of comments here. I mean, excuse me, we're going to hit a quick commercial break. And then back in the building. Let's go.
Hey, Eagles fan. Join my man Cool McCain and a host of others as they break down every single game, every single week in an objective manner, and also from a fan's perspective as well. Remember, this cast feels just like you. Nobody likes you. And you don't care. Fly, Eagles, fly. Eagles Elite Podcast. Every Wednesday at 8:30 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and other podcast outlets. Rams fans all around the world.
It's a beautiful thing to be a Rams fan right now. Stafford's back. We will see about Cup. And running back Kerryon Williams to return.
Lend me your ears, or should I say lend Playmaker your ears, as he breaks down week by week everything in the Los Angeles Rams canon.
Number 99, Aaron Donald. Can't wait for 2029 to come to know that you are going in the Hall of Fame, and it should be first ballot, no questions asked.
Join the Playmaker as he breaks down everything Los Angeles Rams style in Ramily Talk. on the Playmakers Blog Network YouTube channel and where you can find podcasts. Join Ryan McCarthy.
I became a Jets fan because Kermit the Frog was my favorite Muppet because he was green, and the Jets wore green. That's how I became a Jets fan.
And Dustin Henry.
ESPN is cashing all in on let's pay a few personalities and we'll just kind of fill in the gaps.
As they walk you through all of the world of sports from their perspective.
The Albany Empire, it's a literal circus.
No credentials required. Where, Ryan, say the tag.
Where you don't need a press pass to talk sports.
Live every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central on YouTube and where you can find podcasts.
All right, we're back in the building. We can do a quick dive here into what's going on in the world of AEW. Of course, with AEW, big thing is Heyman Adam Page is now the champion. So that Heyman Page thanked quite a few people because these are all gentlemen that did help him with the win. One of the we'll get to that later because he let us know what happened in that. He also thanked the fans and all that good stuff. So it was a great feel good moment. I was happy for them to get it away from him, and just to give the list of the people that he had to thank: Orange Cassidy, Jay White, Cope, Darby Allin, Will Ospreay as well. So a lot of people he had to thank besides Swerve. Kyle Fletcher had a match. He won. If he had not won that match, I think things really got crazy. Kyle Fletcher then said after the match, the important part of this was that he's coming after Dustin Rhodes. He's mad because Adam Cole, baby, and Cole had to give up the belt. So without really any preparation time, he had to fight in a four-way and lost. Of course, in storyline, the Young Bucks no longer have power, so nobody respects them anymore.
They did them dirty.
So
they did them
basically
dirty.
were dressing like in the bottom, and then Don Callis came and said, "You don't have to join the family. You kind of hang out with us."
No, they did.
No
pyro.
You kind of come and hang out with us, and you don't have to technically join the family, but you can rock with us.
I'm sorry, they did them dirty. No pyro, no Videotron.
And then they had
the announcement was, dang, they did the Young Bucks dirty.
It came out to the ring with knocking him for losing. Go ahead, sir.
They did them dirty. That joke was funny. Like they just stripped everything from them.
Well, I mean, all the stuff they got because they were EVPs. So we no longer EVPs. You get the anti-EVP treatment. So I'm with it. I understand why they did it. I like what they did with it too, to be honest, because you got to do something different with them. They've been the same character really since they got there. Like a little bit. Sometimes they're good guys, sometimes they're bad guys, but they've been pretty much the same character since they got there. So I like that they actually did something different with them. We'll see where it goes. I think ultimately just adding them into as affiliates or associates, quote unquote, of the Don Callis family. We'll see where it goes. Say it like that. We'll see where it goes. We did also have Cope. I'm not even doing this. I'm not doing this. Edge is banned from interfering with FTR. He's gonna get fired. So since he said, well, since I'm banned from getting an FTR. I'm not banned from getting it too. So then he ended up spearing Stokely. About it. And all I have to say about that is Thekla won. Not just no more about time. Athena does warn Toni Storm that she's coming for the AEW Women's title. When Toni Storm was actually having a little interview talking about what basically they put a mic in front of Toni Storm, I would definitely say, listen. Anything you want to point out from it? Playmaker. March next week, who is the associate of Athena.
Nope, I'm good.
So Okada had a match against some guy named Rafael Quintero. We won. Event. Adam Page, Mark Briscoe, and Powerhouse Hobbs. Powerhouse. I did help you, but I wasn't really trying to help you. You know, type situation. I get that. I like that. And I'm with it. That's better than them being friends and being buddies. Thekla's in a stable with Julia Hart and Sky Blue. Now, all three of them, because they helped her win. So I will add that piece. But it was he had a small dose of any of his happy juice. So good episode, I'll say. Pretty good episode, top to bottom. Kudos, AEW. For once, I don't really have much to smash you for. But now,
No. Before you even continue, because you keep going in and out, so you need to figure out what's going on with your side of the tracks right now.
no, there's nothing to figure out what's going on. We're having internet problems.
Yeah, them internet problems. Darn internet.
Yeah, it's been like 2 days. 2-3 days. We called. They're working on it. It's a known problem. That's all I got for you.
Known. So there's a known problem. I mean, it's not only happening to you, it's happening to other people. Okay.
It's a known problem.
All right. Hopefully you can keep up.
Oh,
Monday Night Raw. The new champion kicked off the show. And when I say new champion, I do mean new WWE World Women's Champion, Naomi. First order of business was to tell the crowd to shut up. Y'all didn't cheer for me to have this.
She didn't lie.
You said she didn't lie.
She didn't lie. They weren't cheering her.
And of course, she had to bring up Bianca
Receive a
and
coffee
Jade.
too.
And of course, she had to bring up Jade and Bianca in this whole situation as well. But the part of the reason why she cashed in on two other people than them and Tiffany Stratton. Speaking of two other people, they came out. Rhea came out pissed, rightfully so. Io came out smiling. That bothered me. I don't know how you felt. Io, I don't need you smiling. You lost your title. Not only did you lose your title, you lost it in a way that you didn't even think about losing it.
I guess she said she didn't get. I guess she said she didn't. She still didn't get beat by what you call it.
What you smiling for? But before Io came out, Rhea said, basically told Naomi, you cost me twice. And she's not lying. First, you cost me my title. She's not lying. Because it's on Naomi and not Rhea. Secondly, she still haven't beaten Io Sky. Which one you think she hates more, not having the title or not being able to say she beat Io Sky yet?
I'm going to say not having the title, but I'm sure she's not happy about not being able to say she hadn't beat Io Sky yet either. Mama said the title takes precedent in my mind.
Okay. I want to see what you thought about that one. That's an interesting thing. You go in with 2 goals and you can't compass neither one of them.
Thanks to somebody that wasn't even supposed to be part of the match.
Exactly. Thanks to something that's out of your control. Thanks to something that's out of your control. You have no control over it.
Yep. That would be my brutality as well.
And then Adam Pearce comes out. You know what, ladies? Evolution was great. Evolution was better than expected. It was this, that, and the other. But shout out to Pat McAfee. We heading out to the biggest party of the summer. SummerSlam is just around the corner. So guess what? Evolution was great. But now we need to go bigger. And how do we go bigger? Naomi, your first title defense is a triple threat match between you, Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky. So now, me and Cool get to sit back and think, how do we get to have Io and Ripley get to brawling with each other to where Naomi steals the title again?
That's definitely what's going to happen.
Oh, what we got? 2 weeks to think about it.
Yeah, because it's in what? I think 2 more weeks.
Oh man. Yeah, we get to sit around. How can Naomi steal this match or something? That's what we think.
Well, I'm thinking, how will she? Because I don't think she's going to lose this fast.
No.
Not saying they're going to give her a long run, but I don't think she's going to lose this fast.
Speaking of Evolution, coming off of successfully defending their women's tag team titles, representing Judgment Day, Cara Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez, they get to face the Kabuki Warriors once again. But this time, the Intercontinental Champion, Dirty Dom, accompanied them to the ring. No title match. Just a straight up no attack match. Nothing's on the line. Which is surprising until you get SmackDown. But the tag champs defeat the Kabuki Warriors. Yeah. We've seen a lot of women in the first parts of Monday Night Raw. So So we go from the
Yeah, we
main
did.
triple match. We go to the tag team title. Now we go to 2 out of 3 falls match for the number 1 spot for Becky Lynch's Intercontinental title match between Lana Valkyria and Bayley.
Bailey Cakes. Cakes was on display.
Okay,
Frosted and everything.
I hate to be that guy. I really hate to be that guy. Even though Lana Valkyria won this match, is it working for her though?
That answer is no. No. No.
Why is this not working?
No. I don't connect with Lyra Valkyria.
So you're like me.
I have no connection with Lyra Valkyria.
So you're like
That's
me
why
when
it's
it comes to JC Jane. Okay. Which is
The same way about her.
JC Jane's a double champion. I'm like,
Lyra was brought up too fast.
you said Lyra was brought up too fast.
I think Lyra was brought up too fast. I think she could have used more time on the NXT roster to build her character. Like, she can wrestle, but I don't care about Lyra Valkyria.
Okay. But yes, Lyra Valkyria picked up the win, so she'll be meeting Becky Lynch again at SummerSlam.
And then she'll be calling Bayley selfish again this week on Raw.
I'm sorry, Lyra, but continue on a women's row of Monday Night Raw. And thanks to the aforementioned Cole Johnson, we got to see Nikki Bella go against Chelsea Green. I think I know who won this match.
Speaking of matches that we didn't really need to see. Oh, we weren't.
Nikki Bella won. The Secret Harvest tried to beat up Nikki. Stephanie Blackcara makes the save. I don't think there's any more I can add to it. If I can be completely honest. You got anything you can add to this?
When I saw Stephanie Valkyria run down to the ring, I was happy. That's all I want to add.
The world champion Gunther made his presence. Of course, you know he's gonna talk about him beating Goldberg and putting him out for good. I mean, he was looking forward to seeing who he was gonna fight next at SummerSlam for the world title. And before he was done, Braun Breaker and Paul Heyman made their appearance. Gunther thought he was gonna get out of it, but Braun Breaker stood in front of him and was like, "No, you're gonna have to listen to what Paul Heyman has to say." And Paul Heyman, being Paul Heyman, made it be known that Braun Breaker is coming for you. Braun Breaker is coming for that title, and it's not a prediction, that's a spoiler. Which leads to the Gauntlet match, was the main event of the Monday Night Raw show. And we had Braun Breaker starting it off against Zero Penta, in which Braun Breaker speared him back to Mexico.
And then back to America. It was a transcontinental spear. It's pretty violent.
You think am I lying?
No. I'm acknowledging the violentness of the spear, sir.
Spirit, that was it. Penta, you're gone. Sorry.
Out of here.
Out. Then came up the megastar, L.A. Knight.
It's funny how we always talk about SmackDown Megastar for a gauntlet match for the Raw Championship, but he's on there.
Well, he got Spirit back to SmackDown.
Yes, he did.
You're gone. Get up out of here. Get up out of here. And then this is what things getting interesting here, because now we down to 3. We got Braun Breaker, who already fought 2 matches already, and then we got 2 more competitors that happen to be CM Punk and Jey Uso. Okay, which way we leaning? Which way we leaning? Jey Uso music hits next.
That tells me Jey Uso's not winning. That's what I thought. That was my first thought. He's not winning.
Jey Uso's getting the best of Braun Breaker, and then Big Bronson Reed shows up, which leads to Jey Uso getting speared, and he's eliminated. So there's one guy left. The second city Saint CM Punk is left.
Peanut brittle field.
I gotta admit, I'm sorry, David. It was right there. I had to say it. I could not say it. I had to. But CM Punk, and by the fact, this is why I give Braun Breaker his props, because that man wrestled technically 4 matches right behind each other.
Yeah, and he was getting to work too. He went out there. Yeah, he was getting to work. He was getting to work for sure.
And that man put on a hell of a show.
He did.
Triple H, if you don't make him a world champion, it don't got to be now. It don't got to be 2 months from now. But if he ain't a champion within the next, what we give him? 2-3 years? We have a problem. Fair enough.
I'll take that. I'm sure he will too.
You get 2 to 3 years. Braun Breaker need to be a world champion. Okay, he need to be a world champion.
He'll probably end up being one when Seth gets back and he turns on him. And that's not that's a spoiler.
That's a good point. But yeah, him and Punk, they go back and forth, and they doing this and they doing that, and all of a sudden, Breaker goes for that patented spear. It gets countered by CM Punk into a GTS. 1, 2, 3. The second city Saint, CM Punk, is going to SummerSlam to fight Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Feels kind of.
All right.
It almost feels like you gotta let him win. Like I don't know, it's weird.
CM Punk is finally getting that title match. He's finally getting it. It's there. It's a feel-good story. Raw's going on. Raw ain't going off the air. Damn it, Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed feel some type of way. We beating up CM Punk. No, Jey Uso's coming back.
Uso.
Jey Uso's coming back. Y'all gotta see me too. Yeah, but you have to remember Jey Uso was already in the match, so he's not 100%. So you know the 2 guys who's on top. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed doing thing, and then all of a sudden, the OTC returns. And the atmosphere changes. Roman Reigns is back. and he's taking them both out. Did you see how easy he picked up Bronson Reed?
I did, sir. I did. That break must have did him good.
He picked up Bronson really very easily.
Like it was me or you.
No TC goes to his cousin, helps him up. And he just looks at CM Punk.
If Lil could talk, he was on a Jacob Fatu rap album talking to CM Punk. Let's just say that.
He just looked at CM Punk. He just looked at CM Punk. I'm just gonna say he just looked at CM Punk. that was like, dang, no love over there. Before I get to SmackDown, let's hit the comments real quick because I got Damien.
All right, sir. So Damien says the best part of Dynamite was Mark Briscoe promo video. It gave him chills. That was a good part. That was actually going to be my moment of the week. So I'll talk about that. Damien says that Taco Bell Wi-Fi ain't no joke. Laugh out loud. Taco Bell. They don't sell internet, by the way, Damien. Just so you know. I mean, I know they're probably on your mind, my friend. But so Benny Boom in the building. What up, Benny? He says, "Is Rhea as champion? Is it really good for business? What's y'all honest opinion?" Yes.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Mommy being on top is good for business, but you can't always be her.
To be honest with you, having her keep chasing it is making people love her even more, which is actually odd because you didn't think you could love her even more, but somehow Triple H found a way to do it.
Damien says, "I see Naomi losing the title thanks to either Jade or Bianca. Too soon." That probably will be the reason she actually does lose it, but I think it's too soon now. You can't do somebody that's a member of the Fatu family like that. They can't have a reign shorter than Jay's. Rikishi might show up and shoot everybody.
By the way, before you go to the next one, somebody get Naomi off X. Somebody get her off X. She's doing too much.
Naomi is enjoying her best life.
Naomi has become a menace.
She's living her best life. Damien says, "Spear back to Mexico. Darn, that's messed up. Laugh out loud." It was, sir. Benny says, "Do you think that Punk is going to beat the Ring General?" You just lost to Cena for the WWE champion. So if you lose championships, if you lose this one too, how much credibility does CM Punk really have? But
at least when he lost that one, that was not at a big PLE. This is SummerSlam we're talking about.
I'm just saying, it's still Paul.
It is Paul.
And I don't think Paul has too much love for Phil.
That
was a business decision, not a personal one.
Okay.
Bring him back.
you knew exactly how you just like, let me go ahead and cut you off right now. I already know where you're going.
Let me just go ahead and say that, Cut, before you get started. I could feel it. I could feel it in the atmosphere. Damien says, "Something tells me Seth's injury is a work, because why would Punk win and why would Roman come back?" Well, you have to think about these two things with that, Damien. And for some reason it didn't pop up, but there y'all go.
And let me tell you this. You had Seth Rollins hosting the Rich Eisen show.
Mm-hmm.
And for him to say what he said on the Rich Eisen show, he didn't have to say all that. So I don't think it's a work. Could be.
I never thought it was a work.
I don't think it's a work though, because if you go back and listen to what he said on the Rich Eisen show, because he was hosting Rich Eisen, he was filling in for Rich Eisen. Mm-hmm. He said his knee was swollen; they couldn't do an MRI.
Yep, I don't think it's a work at all. I mean, some people do, but y'all want everything to be a work. Sometimes people actually do get hurt. I was just gonna say real quick, Damon. The reason is you've already planned this stuff, so you can't say, "Oh, Roman, we might have to keep you off TV for 6 months because Seth Rollins got hurt." Huh. You know why? And then people complaining, "Oh, why wasn't he on the PLE instead?" Because Netflix is paying him billions of dollars for those returns to happen on Netflix. That's why. Benny says Gunther versus Breaker would be a better match than Punk versus Gunther. Gunther doesn't have bad matches, Benny. Like maybe selling it and the physicality might look better, but Gunther doesn't have bad matches. He's just a jerk.
Hell, the match with Goldberg was good.
Yeah, and he carried that match because Goldberg was Oldberg. So Damien says, I agree it's too soon, but it's Paul. We know he don't see color or gender, laugh out loud. Well, Paul, I think, realizes he got a lot of negative backlash from Rikishi's son. So if he do that to Rikishi's daughter-in-law, Rikishi may make a diss track about Hunter and show up. So, just saying. Rikishi was mad at me about what happened with Jay. Of course, it's his son, so rightfully so.
He's like, rightfully so, but
yeah. I was pretty pissed off myself too, though. Still am.
Yeah, you went on a full-on rant.
Yeah, still am. Paul.
So only difference is I don't have the controls to give your butt a full screen by your darn self when you go on rant.
Yeah, when I get in a rant vibe, I can't really focus on giving myself the whole screen. Because the rant just takes over.
Why you be going on rant? Smackdown. Smackdown. We open Smackdown. What does JR like to say? How does he like to put it? Their buddies everywhere. There's a car crash out here, and it was literally a car crash to open up SmackDown. You see Tama Tonga. He bleeding from the eye. You got Solo. He complaining and pointing the finger at the darn police. You got the Street Profits in the background going through it. Adam Pearce is trying to figure out what's going on. Captain K trying to interview him. He lets him know we both got here at the same time, so none of us know what's going on. And then Cody Rhodes comes out of nowhere. You got that contract for SummerSlam? Yeah, I do. We got it right here. Let me keep this while you take care of this. That's a straight mess to kick off SmackDown. Which was a brilliant idea, by the way.
It was definitely a unique situation.
Really a brilliant idea to do that. As soon as SmackDown come on, we got chaos already. Just come on. We got cars in.
The king of chaos, Adam Pearce, was the one filling in
for Nick Aldis.
For Nick Aldis.
We don't know what's going on. We got a car crash to start to see, and then all of a sudden we get backstage. We actually get inside the arena, backstage. We see Alexa Bliss, and here comes Charlotte Flair. By the way, I should have said this the first time that we talked about it, but the tag team that we didn't know we needed. Because I am loving these two. I am loving these two together.
That's fair.
And now Charlotte is wearing the "We're Not Friends" shirt. And Charlotte Flair says, well, I talked to Adam Pearce, and we got ourselves a title match. It's SummerSlam. This was like, so you just walk to Adam Pearce, talk to Adam Pearce, and you just leave with a title match. And Charlotte's like, just because I'm in the team doesn't mean I still ain't Charlotte Flair now. Let's not get it twisted here. Which I love, by the way. I love that. I'm still Charlotte Flair. I can still ask for title matches. I'm just doing it as a team now. That part don't change. And this was like, okay, that means I need to go. I need you to focus. I have a match with Raquel tonight, and I need you in my corner. Do I look like a cheerleader to you? No, you actually do look like a cheerleader. And you do look like a cheerleader.
I love the black pom poms. By the way, that was a good touch.
So, opening match: Charlotte Flair versus Raquel Rodriguez. Both tag team partners are out there in their respective team's corner. Charlotte Flair wins with a roll up. You ain't got to get into the nuances of the match. Charlotte Flair won with a roll up. And you can just see the joy between Alexa Bliss and Charlotte Flair. I think that would make it even more compelling. You can actually see the joy between them two.
Yeah.
And it's making Charlotte even more likable to you idiots. This is the greatest thing for me.
Yes, it is. Because, we're Charlotte Mark for sure.
You got them right, I am. I'm going to let this mark too, because.
No, we never would have guessed such a thing about you, sir. We
Hell, you
never
want to be honest?
would have guessed.
Before any one of y'all in the check asked me, Alexa Bliss is over Charlotte. Okay. Because I love the Queen. As Kuma Kans told y'all, I love the Queen. But who do I compare Alexa Bliss to?
His first crush, according to her T-shirt.
Not the first crush. First crush, Trish Stratus. Let's get that right. That's the first. But I compare her to like my favorite female DC character, Harley Quinn. Okay.
Yes, he does. I like the teaser with the first crush.
If I'm comparing you to Harley Quinn, you're up there.
He's quite fond of you, is what he's saying.
You're up there. Okay. That's Alexa Bliss. I will say this though, and a lot of people pointed this out. Lily had the number 6 on one of her eyes. I don't know how I feel about that.
Yes, she did.
I don't know how I feel about that.
I know how I feel about it. They're about to be like they're about to take the place of what Judgment Day is doing. They're about to be the men's and women's tag team champions in the Wyatt 6 in the future. Oh, it's happening.
You're saying Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss, right?
I am.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Because if you put Charlotte Flair in the Wyatt 6, I'm definitely feeling some.
Why would Charlotte go to the Wyatt 6?
I don't know. Remember, we've been on a 3-week rant about Paul and the decision he makes. Okay.
I mean, that writes itself. Like even he can't screw that up.
Well, if he can screw up a speech, he can screw up anything.
Hopefully, we're gonna get to my. I've got some things to say about Mr. Paul too. We're gonna get to that in a few minutes.
Throw that in there. Carmella Hayes and Damian Priest, they had so many words backstage, which led to a match. And then Aleister Black said, "I'm right here."
Yes, he did.
I'm right here. Go to sleep.
Well, he technically, in the words of Mystical, said, "You looking for me? Here I go."
Yeah, you can go that route. You want to take it to the dirty south.
Yeah.
Oh, the one thing I didn't tell y'all about the whole car accident situation. Solo Sikoa said Jacob Fatu caused the accident, so the police came in to arrest Jacob.
Well, they
didn't arrest Jacob. They just took him.
They took him as a person of interest.
As a person of interest, because Adam Pearce talked him out of him doing anything that would lead to him getting arrested.
Mm-hmm.
Smart move by Adam Pearce, by the way. I appreciate you for that, sir.
Well, he's used to chaos, so he knows how to handle it.
Just saying, I'm pretty him doing that for Jacob, okay? Because I don't think a lot of people would have did that for Jacob. So Solo takes to the ring and he calls Jacob a criminal. Once a criminal, always a criminal, and all that stuff. And then next thing you know, you see Big Jim backstage clapping. All right, let my boy go. Well, they brought back Jacob Fatu. Well, sir, it was not part of the accident. You had nothing to do with the accident, so you're free to go. Jacob Fatu is making his way right to the ring right now, and it's going to be war. But Big Jim's not with him. Next thing you know, Big Jim's coming from the backside. They take out Tomotaga. Jacob Fatu hits the ring. He's taking out JC. Tom's getting taken out, and I'm calling him Hukulea. I'm not calling him by that darn name. I'm calling him Hukulea.
Talatonga.
I'm not saying that. I mean, Hukulea. I'm surprised you ain't start doing that before me.
I don't think Hikuleo is a good name, so I just call him Talatonga. They're pretty much the same to me, so.
Okay. See, I didn't know that.
Yeah,
maybe
Hikuleo is not a good name.
Okay, I might change my mind there.
Think about it, Hikuleo. I'd rather be called Talatonga.
I mean, they calling him Talatonga because he's tall.
Yeah. I'd still rather be called Talatonga than Hikuleo.
They don't even sound right. Tala.
Neither one of them sound right, but I mean, it might be a slight upgrade.
Hey, might as well call him Tower Tonga.
Long Tonga. Big Man Tonga.
Jeez. They do it with all the chaos that happening, and finally we get Solo away from Jacob. We get Tyler to keep Solo away from Jacob. We got Jacob in the ring with Big Jim. Alan Pierce shows up with the same cost that took Jacob away. No, nonetheless. But Adam Pierce has some news for Solo. So Solo, you got this thing with Jacob too, right? You wanna frame an innocent man, and you wanna have this rivalry going on. So guess what? You're going to defend that United States title. You're going to defend it against Jacob Fatu. You're going to defend it at SummerSlam, and I think I'm missing one thing. What am I missing?
A cage match.
And it's going to be tested inside a steel cage. Oh, and by the way, gentlemen, there goes your guy. And Solo's character did a 180. Solo is a character for real.
Yeah,
he's saying, "Yeah, get him, arrest him. Yeah, get him, take him."
Trash.
And no, you're the one getting arrested. What you doing? I ain't do. Come on, man. They put him in handcuffs. They walked out. They go backstage. Hey, Cody, come on, man. Help me out, man. Out of all the people you're going to ask, you're going to ask Cody Rhodes. You think Cody Rhodes is going to help you out? And then when you get next to the police car, all right, I'm sorry. He started apologizing like that's going to change something.
Yes, it did.
You gotta admit, his character is better now.
It's much better than trying to be a fake tribal chief.
How you gonna apologize to the cop?
When my boy called him the tribal queef.
How you gonna apologize to the cop?
Trying to get out of going to jail, sir.
For doing a fake report. What is? And sorry, and sorry, it's not gonna. And sorry, supposed to get you out of jail.
I'm sorry, man. Don't take me to jail because I'm sorry. I'm really a good guy.
That don't work.
No, it does not. No, it does not.
Oh man, gotta love it. All right, we had Stephanie Van Cara versus Apple Fire.
Yes, we did. And Stephanie did the move. All is right with SmackDown.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Stephanie did the move. All is right with SmackDown.
No, it's not. I'm gonna tell you why it's not. It has nothing to do with the move. It has nothing to do with Stephanie Vaquero. The goddamn Wade Barrett lost his goddamn mind.
It sounds like Booker T. Wade Barrett definitely slept on the couch Friday night.
He lost his mind so much that Joe Tesco couldn't even enjoy the movie. He's like, you know what? I'm just gonna slide away from you for the moment. I'm just gonna slide away from you. Wait, what did you?
He did lose his mind, bro. I was like, did the soul of Booker T inhabit Wade Barrett? What in the world happened?
I'm like, really, bro? Like, I'm gonna need you to calm down.
Wade lost it.
Oh my god, Wade Barrett.
Yeah, Wade Barrett lost it. That devil's kiss was too much for him.
You think?
Just a little bit.
Oh my god.
Oh, my man lost his mind.
God, no way. You need to calm down, sir. Calm down, please. We understand Booker T. We know how Booker T is. That's why the fans do it now.
Mm-hmm.
You, on the other hand, good gracious. We got enough weirdos and sickos out there that do that enough. We don't need Wade
really
Barrett.
I was like, yeah, Wade, you tell him, Wade.
Now you read, you're like, yeah, you know, he probably went too far.
Yeah, well, I think about it now. I was like, yeah, he went too far. In the moment, though, it did work in the moment. I'm just saying.
God,
those are special cakes. See, they drove those cakes are so good it drove Wade Barrett crazy on the air. Oh boy,
man, where are you tripping? All right, now that the Wyatt Sits have won the tag team titles, we need to find them an opponent. Not for SummerSlam, but for the next week's SmackDown.
Can I? Well, name the teams first, sir. Name the teams first.
You have DIY, Motor City Machine Gun, Fratium, and Andrade with the Roy Felix. We need to find them a name.
Los Luchadores.
Now, I'm pretty sure he has one gripe, and I have another gripe. And it's within the same match.
You go ahead and have your gripe first, sir.
No, I'm going. You have your gripe because I know what your gripe is about. I already know what your gripe is about.
I'm going to do what my co-host always suggests. Paul, you make me sick. You disgust me when it comes to Street Profits. You, sir, are a piece of trash when it comes to the Street Profits. They lose the belts. They never even get to be on a premium live event as tag team champions. You take the belts from them, okay? And you don't even let them be in the four-way match for the next contenders. What do we normally have? You lose the tag team championships, you get a rematch. But we're trying to get away from there, and everybody got to earn a title shot. Okay. They don't even get a chance to earn a title shot in the four-way match. You, sir, are garbage for that. This is why I call you Paul. You don't see color, but you seem to take large, huge dumps on the African American tag teams. You did it on Raw and you did it on SmackDown. At least the dudes on Raw got a chance to be on a PLE. They did win in WrestleMania. The Street Profits had to win the Friday before. This whole reign of tag team champions. Not one match on a premium live event. And then they don't even get a chance to be in the 4-way match for the next contenders. You got a thrown together tag team. You got DIY who beats nobody. But you don't have the Street Profits in that match. I'm not going to yell at you today. You know why? Because you don't even deserve that. But what you do deserve is a verbal flogging for the garbage that you're doing with the African American teams in the tag team division. And I, for one, think you need to be better. I don't expect you to push them to the moon over everybody else, but they should have opportunities. And people say, oh, they were just champs. Cool. Why are you complaining? They never got a chance to truly show what they could do as a tag team this time around. You know, Wyatts get on, they make their little thing, and what do they say? They're not bound by blood. They're bound by greed. No, they're bound by bad booking, you mother sucker. The bad booking that benefited you is why you're walking around making your eerie, creepy videos with the tag team championships that the Street Profits should still have. But we knew they were going to take them. Why? Because he's not going to let black guys have a championship too long. Anybody want to disagree? I don't care. The facts are there. Paul, you should be better. Will you? Nope. You know why? Because I believe what you've shown me. You are going to take hot urination pisses on the black tag teams. That's what it's going to be. We'll see if you let them do anything as single stars when you eventually break them up because you're not going to do anything with them as a tag team. But this is what I now expect from that man I call Paul. Garbage.
Well, he's speaking for the black tag team side. Let me speak for all the tag teams on SmackDown. What did I say to open this up? The YSS had the title saying, guess what? They're not even defending it on SummerSlam. We can't put them on SummerSlam like the Rises, like one of the hottest factions in WWE right now. Am I lying, cool?
No.
And they can't get on SummerSlam? They have to defend it on SmackDown. Their first defense is on SmackDown. Not even on SummerSlam. What are we doing? Why is you so enthralled in having tag team title matches on basic shows? Why? Especially when it comes to SmackDown. I would love to hear your logic thinking when it comes to SmackDown tag team and why they can't be on PLEs. Why? Why they can't be on? Matter of fact, when was the last time a SmackDown tag team was on a PLE? Cool.
Who knows?
When was the last time a tag team? When the Cool gonna represent the black. And guess what? I'm with. But let me speak for the general tag team population of SmackDown. When the last time they was on a PLE? And me and Cool both said this on the show. SmackDown has the better tag team division than Raw. So your better tag team division can't get on PLEs. But you'll put a Raw tag team on the PLE. I bet you when you sit down and you put together the next tag team title defense for the Judgment Day, it's gonna be on SummerSlam. Watch. Would a YSS make it a SummerSlam? Cool. What would you rather see?
The Street Profits.
Would you rather see the Judgment Day or the YSS?
The YSS.
What you have rather seen, the New Day or the Street Profits?
The Street Profits.
Would you rather see the War Raiders or more than Machine Gun?
Anybody over the War Raiders. I'd rather see New Day than the War Raiders.
I think 3 teams from Raw and they all been on the PLEs. And I named 3 teams of SmackDown. They haven't been on the PLE. What are we doing here? And then to make matters worse, if you want to come back on screen here, and to make matters worse, to make matters even worse, the hottest tag team that's not champion right now is Andrade and Fascia. And guess what you finna do to them? You finna kill them because they won the darn match. What do we always say? First title defense, what's gonna happen?
They should have been DIY. I had to see them get beat up.
You finna feed Andrade and Ray Fitters to the Wyatts and knowing damn well they ain't winning them titles.
Yeah, sure.
But they can beat DIY. They can beat Los Garza. They can beat Fascia. So they first lost as a tag team. Got to come at the hands of the Wyatts.
That's a good point.
You are not doing the SmackDown Tag Team divisions any justice whatsoever. And it's a damn shame because that is your best tag team division in WWE right now.
Paul don't care.
Take everything my co-host said and add everything I said together. That's how they is treating the SmackDown Tag Team division.
Yep. This is true.
And it don't make no sense.
What's the point of having 2 sets of tag teams if there's the A ones and then the ones that don't matter? You might as well just go back to the unified if you only gonna care about one set.
And the funny thing is, when the Judgment Day won the tag team titles, guess what everybody online was saying? Oh, how long they gonna keep titles before they actually defend it?
Right. Well, because that's what they did last time. They had like 2 defenses in like 3-4 months as champions, and one of them they lost.
So what are we doing with the SmackDown Tag Team division? Yeah, because you're not giving them the spotlight that they deserve.
Just taking up space. Just taking up space.
So guess what? In 2 weeks, we're gonna revisit this because we know you're gonna add more matches to the SummerSlam card. You're doing 2 nights. So I like to
They'll
think
probably be
like
on
to
because
have,
they're doing 2 nights. They might be on the Wise, might be on night 1.
because I'm pretty sure you would like to have more than 4 matches per day for this show.
Might get 5 or 6.
Because this is SummerSlam we're talking about here. So you want to make sure you have a good quality show. I didn't say quantity. I said quality. And 4 matches per day ain't going to cut it for a show like this. Speaking of which, this gives us to the main event. The contract signing for such SummerSlam for the WWE Universal Championship. Cody Rhodes comes out to the ring, signs it, no problem. John Cena comes out and says, you know what, matter of fact, cool. Go ahead and put the graphic up. Go ahead and put it up.
I knew what yours was gonna be, that's why I picked a different one.
You might have known I'm picking, but do you know why I'm picking this question? My moment of the week is one John Cena, not Cody Rhodes, John Cena.
Mm-hmm.
If y'all still don't like John Cena as a heel, if this didn't do nothing to you, then you just a lost cause. This man literally came to the ring, sat down, said, Cody, have a seat, and was very, very serious, was he not?
Oh, he was very serious.
Very, very serious. The biggest heel promo I have seen in recent memory. This man literally looks at Cody and says, this is not an easy decision. This decision happened this morning. I had to take it up to the highest chain, you know. You could have said it from the boss, it still would have been suffice, but took it up to the highest authority that I could take it to, and I hate to inform you guys, I'm sorry. I can't be at SummerSlam. Okay.
If I sign his contract, then I have to be there. That was what was hilarious.
No, that was part of it. He said, and he's like, you know, I know, but you know, I've been going strong for X amount of time. I'm tired. I'm mentally drained. I was like, what? I said, oh.
That dude said, as you can tell, I'm doing all.
I said, this dude Netflix has gone fully heel now. Not that I'm hurt. Not that I have other obligations. I am tired. I am mentally drained. I cannot be at SummerSlam. And then he got to your part. If I sign this contract, I'm obligated to be at SummerSlam. I said, oh, he's going fully heel now. Oh, that is perfecto. That is great. John Cena basically did Anthony Richardson. He tapped his head like, I'm out. Yeah, take me out. I said, oh, this is great. And Cody Rhodes is steaming. Your boy was steaming.
I want to see this Cody more.
You could damn near see smoke come out of Cody's ear. He that damn mad that John Cena tried to him like that. Cody Rhodes looked at him like, you come to me and say you can't be at SummerSlam because you're tired. You are mentally, physically, and emotionally not there. That was great. And then Cody Rhodes beats him up because he actually ran to him outside the ring to get him back in the ring. Put him through the table, took his hand, signed a contract for him, and told him it's a street fight all of a sudden. I'm sorry, but for John Cena to pull that one, I said, oh, that's great. Oh, that's great. That man took a basic, how can I get out of work situation and actually used it. You gotta be. John Cena is fully invested in this heel run, y'all. I don't know what to tell you. All right, how many times y'all wake up, go in the bathroom, hit that call? Yep, I think it's them. Yep, I got it. All right, let me call the boss. Yeah, I can't make it to work. That's basically what John Cena tried to do to Cody Rhodes. That man
the operative word being tried.
He tried the hell out of Cody. That was funny. Go ahead. You can say you can add on to it before you get the yours over. But that was
no. I'm gonna just go ahead and slide into mine. But I will finish up that real quick. So, long story short, Cody beat his hind parts, took his hand, signed the contract, and now that's how SmackDown ended. So we will have the match. If anybody didn't see it. I want to travel back to AEW, and I left this part off because I wanted to make this my promo of the week. I'm paraphrasing here for time purposes. So basically, we got a promo from Mark Briscoe saying, you invoke the name of my brother again, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, and I want you to understand something. You haven't gotten all of the Briscoes. You've gotten one side, but you're about to get the crazy. I'm about to bring the crazy like my brother Jay brought the crazy. Since you've been playing with me, revoking my brother's name, I'm going to show you the other side of Mark Briscoe. I'm going to show you who them boys is, because them boys is more than just happy-go-lucky, blah, blah, blah. And things about to get real crazy, and I'm about to bring the chaos and the crazy. And this is what we needed from Mark Briscoe, because this Mark Briscoe we've been getting, nobody cares about him. I'm sorry. I want to care about Mark Briscoe because I understand the story behind him, and he's a good wrestler, part of one of the greatest tag teams to never be like in WWE. But I can't care about this character the way it's currently portrayed. So this can mark a change where we can get a wilder, a little bit more aggressive, a little bit different version of Briscoe that'll be better. So hopefully this holds up. And again, this is just paraphrasing, but that's what it is. You know, and this has nothing to do with professional wrestling, but I do want to say RIP to Malcolm Jamal Warner. I heard about him passing away in a swimming incident. Big part of most of our youth, us that maybe a little bit older when we were young, watching the Cosby Show, and then some of y'all that may not be in the same age range probably watched the reruns. Did many other projects. Seems to be a dude that was well loved and well respected throughout the industry. And, you know, RIP to him and condolences to his family on the loss of the man. He was in his 50s. Wasn't even that old. Couple of comments here real quick. And if you want to add anything, you can, Playmaker. Damien says, Wade thought he was at the Players Club. He almost brought out the single dollars. Laugh out loud. He might have, sir. He might have forgot where he was at. T.S. Skip says, good evening, man. Thank you for tuning in.
Goddamn Ray Barrett, boy. Oh, my gosh. Goddamn Ray Barrett, boy. I don't know what to say.
Where them dollars at? Where them dollars at?
Yeah, you know what? I'm going to say this right now. Cardi B, I need you to do one thing and one thing only. I need you to host SummerSlam, and that's it. Stop this tweeting thing that you got going on, because the more you keep tweeting, the more of Naomi, Bailey, and whoever else going to come and try to put you down. Now, if you keep going and I get back on this show next week and you keep doing the tweeting and stuff, I got a person. If I say her name, Cool McCain gonna light up and he gonna be like, yes. I'm sorry. I'm sick of it. I'm sick of that. I'm sick of it. I know you've been saying was, man, I'm like, Cardi B, just be quiet. Just be quiet. Please be quiet. Because the more you keep talking, the more you do realize these ladies are looking for any way to get on the SummerSlam card. Bailey is not on SummerSlam.
No, she's not. We do need those cakes on SummerSlam.
And guess what? Naomi's already on SummerSlam card. You might want to proceed with caution. Literally with her. I already got one celebrity on the show. I don't need another one. Go ahead.
T.S. Skip says a face-off of Naomi and Cardi would be epic. I think I know who you got in mind, though. I ain't going to say it. I think I know who you got in mind.
That's it.
All right, good people.
All right, let's get out of here.
Hey, we went over today, but hey, good conversation, good talk. Sometimes it be like that, especially when we have PLEs. But make sure y'all tune in with your boys next week. We're going to be back talking stuff. We'll be talking about matches that be added to SummerSlam. Maybe the card will start to unfold a little bit more. We'll be talking about AEW. Let's hope they keep some momentum. See what TNA got the fallout from Slamiversary. NXTNA, might as well call it. And some more tomfoolery, and I'm sure at least one of us will have something that we need to get off our chest that normally happens from week to week. Granted, I'm normally that guy, but maybe Playback will have some too. Always remember, make sure you just tell like 8 to 10 people to tune in and watch your boys. Some of them may like you, some of them may not. They like pro wrestling. This is the place to be. Come interact with us. And it's never where you start, good people. It's always where you finish. Be back here next week. Make sure y'all here with us. Make sure you bring somebody else with you. And with that being said, we done for the week. Again, see y'all next week. Shout out to Real Wise Radio again, where you can always catch us if you're on the go and you're not able to catch it live. But even if you watch us on Real Wise Radio, do us a favor. Either go to a matter of fact, go to Shady Sports, go to Playmakers Blog Network, and go to Ed Real Play Callers on YouTube. Give us a like and share to follow if you haven't. We'll see y'all next week.